often people think that leaders, are either born or they're made. I think that they're born and made. I think that we often don't understand that we have the ability for leadership, but the capacity for leadership can only be activated if you engage in it. When the earthquake took place on January 12th, 2010, I remember sitting at home. I'd come home from work and watching the TV and being frustrated. At first excited because it seemed like everybody was there and everyone was helping, which was great. But then what started to frustrate me was the piecemeal approach to how that they were responding. So they were bringing food but not water. They were bringing water but not medicine. And so there were people who were dying because they received the medicine, but there was no water to drink it, to take the pills. So it was utterly frustrating. I'm saying, somebody needs to do something about this. And God says, why don't you do something about it? So the earthquake happens, I resign my position. One of the people that had a Bible study at my job was familiar with Movement Day, sponsored me to go. And I thought, of course, because I was trying to get as much information about Haiti, about the earthquake and everything else. So once I got there, I thought, this is strange, because it was pastors and folks with, Masters of Divinity, and I thought, okay, I'm not exactly sure what this has to do with me and what I'm doing. But specifically, they had a breakout group called a Haiti track, and I was definitely interested in hearing about that. But I remember the day I became overwhelmed because every speaker spoke to something that I needed to hear about leadership, about organizing, about community development. And I was just furiously writing things down, and then left from there to go to the Haiti track. And the most important thing I learned at the Haiti track was the importance of collaboration. So once we went on the ground, one of the things that we did was to make sure that we met up with a community organization there that we could link up with. And we sat down with them and talked about what we wanted to do. They explained what their situation was and what they needed. So establishing that relationship has really been beneficial to us because in the last 2 years we've developed trust, consistency. When we first went, you could see that they were all excited, but what was amazing was when we came back, and every time we go, they say, you came back. For me, attending Movement Day was a life-changing event. I know that the Lord ordered my steps to be there because I didn't even know it existed. Someone else did and put me on that path. Since then, I've watched myself progressively grow into the leader that I hoped that I would be with God's help. And I think that being in any environment where you come in and you're able to pray and get on one accord and then start to do the work. The one thing among the many things that Movement Day has done for me is to balance that out. That when I come, I know I can get centered and then we can start the work so that the spiritual aspect of my leadership is balanced out with the natural aspect of my leadership. I'm happy to say, because I'm a tough room, I require impact, I require results, or else what's the point? So for me, every year that I've come, the lessons I've learned, I've taught other people. So I know that those tools that were given to me are not personal towards me. When I give them to someone else, they work for them too. So if you're looking for a place to be planted, to be pruned, to be challenged, to be changed, Movement Day is that place.